Welcome to Newspresso. Here is the top story in the past 6 hours. In late October, a shaky phone line turned a routine press briefing into a backstage glimpse of the day-to-day reality inside TSA towers. The clip, captured by a reporter's hot mic at Tampa International Airport, was nothing more than a handful of off-script words from an unnamed agent who found himself rattled by a supervisor's presence. "I used to be terrified of her when I started in HR," the officer confided, his voice almost swallowed by the chatter of the crowds. He explained that the supervisor, who handled discipline and payroll matters, seemed to distrust him, as if any mistake could expose a flaw in his performance. The agent, keeping his name private, painted. He depicted a workplace where the threat loomed. The threat was over a job already as demanding. Any military, the same agent vented. He spoke about the relentless work schedule. "Now you can no longer go to the store," he said, frustration echoed in his tone. "I wish I had Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday off, because having both weekend days off is great. But it's frustrating sometimes." The comments hinted at a workforce stretched thin. They were trying to juggle the demands of safety. They also had to manage customer service. Their personal life seemed suddenly impossible. These murmurs came just weeks after the shutdown. The shutdown began in October. Democrats balked at a spending bill. TSA officers got only a partial paycheck. At the start of the crisis, they kept working for weeks without pay. The emergency stopgap funding lifted the shutdown. It was passed on November 12, after 6 members crossed party lines. A move surprised many in Washington. Noem held a press conference after the crisis. The conference was held at Tampa International. She presented TSA agents with envelopes on stage. The envelopes contained a paper. It said the money would be added to their paycheck. The amount would be credited via direct deposit. The envelope was a token for exemplary service. Each came with a promise of a 10,000 bonus. But the envelope was not a check. But 10,000 did not sit on the desk. It was a promise to join the payroll system. It was for a small group of celebrated workers. The gesture resembled a bonus ceremony at Ride. It took place in Las Vegas earlier that month. However, not every TSA employee received a check. Noem attempted to soothe an aggrieved workforce. It raised questions about many left unheard. Homeland Security ignored a comment request. The Tampa scene captured on a phone mic. It underscored front-line workers. They faced long hours and a harsh supervisor. The shutdown left them in the dark for weeks. The department runs the security gates. People stand behind those gates. The relationship between them is fragile. When a hot mic picks up voice, they remind us. Policy's public face hides a complex story. Final takeaway: TSA staff may get a bonus. The real issue is balance between job security. Compensation is also a factor. A respectful workplace is essential. Subscribe Newspresso. Never miss a major global headline.